what happened to all the pieces of evidence you've gathered? What happened to closing in on the case? What happened to the paper trail, Mr. Casio?
Well, for one, we're still trying to verify the source of information that the good senator, that the good lady senator got. Apparently, the information was obtained from the National Bureau of Investigation, and we're trying to get their confirmation as to this particular information. Because I'm not in the Philippines right now, but before I left the country last Friday, I had a talk with our friends from the Bureau of Immigration and other law enforcement agencies with regards to the filing of additional charges against Mayor Guo. And we were assured that she was still in the Philippines. There's still no immigration record of her leaving the country. So up until today, officially, I would like to still believe that she's still in the Philippines.
But
But
I mean, all the pieces of evidence presented by Senator Risa Ontiveros, are you already following up on that with your counterparts, or at least with the immigration counterparts from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from Singapore? Those are three countries, supposedly.
yes, ma'am. Uh, Around 5 p.m. local time, where I am now, I contacted our counterparts with the different countries that were mentioned. So apparently, the Malaysian attaché, the Malaysian immigration officials have confirmed that an Alice Guo arrived in Kuala Lumpur on July 18, coming from Denpasar or Bali in Indonesia. And she was not the only one supposedly who arrived. Other members of her family supposedly arrived as well. Wesley Guo. By the way, Wesley Guo is also a how would I say it? A person of interest. He's got an international immigration lookout bulletin order also. So if it is indeed true that these two individuals have left the country, then it involves, well, it demands an investigation. But then again, let me qualify. The Malaysian officials stated that although the passport of Alice Guo was used, there was no physical confirmation of her entering the country. Maybe it's because, well, I don't know. Maybe because she was not captured through the CCTV or what. She was not even captured through the physical confirmation of her entering Malaysia. It's still being investigated as of now.
So the Kuala Lumpur leg of her escape route is confirmed. Can you state that again, please?
Yes, confirmed as to document passport. Alice Guo entered Kuala Lumpur on the said date, July 18.
Okay. And
But the Malaysian officials stated that they could not provide pictures or CCTV footages because there were none that would show that she entered Kuala Lumpur on that particular date.
But the scan of her passport, of the passport of the
Yes,
Alice Guo that went into Kuala Lumpur, it was Alice Guo, July 12, 1986, that one, with her photo on it.
yes,
You
that
saw
much
that.
was confirmed by the Malaysian authority that I had a discussion tonight.
okay.
Okay.
And then the next legs of her journey, Kuala Lumpur to Singapore, July 21, via Jetstar Asia Airways. I wonder if you had any information on that too.
He was not able to confirm that. He was not able to confirm that. So at this point, all that I could confirm is this, that our Malaysian counterpart confirmed that a person by the name of Alice Guo with said passport entered Kuala Lumpur on July 18.
Right, pero
Nothing beyond that. I could not confirm anything beyond that.
Okay.
okay, Sir Winston, the issue here is the no trace of departure from Manila, which some authorities are holding on to. Perhaps she's still here. What do you think? Is she here? Is she not here? Because there is no trace of her departure from Manila. What are we doing to try to track that down? If indeed private flight, chartered flight, private plane, do we have any means of, I don't know, checking up on that?
Yes, we've been burning the phones since the good senator made her privileged speech this afternoon in the Philippines. Personally, I've been making the rounds of calls to all our counterparts, foreign and local. But the official line is there is no immigration record that would show her leaving the country. But I could not definitely say that she's still in the country. That's why, if in the next few hours or days we find out that she has indeed left the country, then we need to launch an investigation as to how this happened, because she should not have been able to leave the country in the first place. And if Wesley Guo already left the country together with her, then we would have two individuals that should have been on immigration lookout bulletin that have left the country yet that should not have left the country yet were able to leave. So that would demand an investigation.
Can we confirm lang again with you, sir, no? Tama ba? Sabay umalis, supposedly, ang Wesley Guo and Alice Guo from the Philippines, or sabay silang dumating sa Malaysia as per the documents?
It's the arrival, because there's no trace of departure.
Yeah.
I think it's the arrival.
Sabay sa arrival.
Yeah.
No. I could not confirm that they left at the same time, arrived at the same time. What I could confirm is a person by the name of Alice Guo with a said passport entered Kuala Lumpur on July 18. Whether that is the same Alice Guo, I am not able to confirm that at the moment.
Senator Rafi Tulfo himself believes that Alice had chartered a private plane to get out of the country. He's convinced that this is what happened. He talked through new steps. If you were to charter a plane, you go straight onto the tarmac from your SUV up to the plane. You don't have to go through immigration. And he said that the main issue with chartered flights is that there's no central processing center by the Bureau of Immigration. Do you know this to be true, that there's not one central processing unit for all chartered flights in the Philippines?
I would not be able to confirm that there is no one central processing unit for all chartered flights, but I could confirm that in the past, unscrupulous individuals or individuals who have criminal records in the country have been able to leave via this mode. So this is one area that we in the government should be able to look at, because this is a how they say it, a black eye on all of us if indeed she has left the country.
Anong liability ng chartered plane company here? If it is indeed proven that she had fled via chartered flight?
Well, for one, although a case has been filed against Mayor Guo, she has not yet been officially charged, given that there is no resolution yet as far as the Department of Justice is concerned with regards to what we have filed against her. So, wala pang resolution doon sa sinampa naming kaso. So, likewise, there is no precautionary whole departure order that would prevent Ms. Guo from leaving the country, right? So, all that we have is an immigration lookout bulletin order, which demands that if a person by that name, Alice Guo, presents herself before an immigration officer, the immigration officer is duty-bound to inform the Commissioner of Immigration, and consequently, the immigration commissioner is also duty-bound to inform the Secretary of Justice. But if indeed she has not gone through the immigration process, then I hate to say it. The captain the captain of a chartered flight, assuming she flew through a chartered flight. We may not be able to file a case against him because there is nothing that would hold Ms. Guo in the country in the first place.
At least legally, you mean?
Yes, legally, yes.
Okay. Sir Winston, mukhang alam na natin, and being that you are dealing with the organized crime, I mean, I think private flights should be closely monitored, because I think that's one vehicle, you know, that criminals use to get out of the country. My question is, how much help would she have needed from officials na madadawit para, you know, may kakuntsaba ba siya para makaalis ng Pilipinas? Or could she have done this secretly, less people knowing?
Well, the senators themselves say, for sure may tumulong. You can't organize an escape like this without people high up helping you.
I'd like to agree with the good senators that an escape such as this is a great a magnificent proportion. I'm almost out for words for what has happened, assuming she's not in the country anymore, right? But we have to dig. We have to conduct an investigation because this is very frustrating. The commission, our agency, has been at the forefront of the cases being filed against that were filed against her, and we're still preparing a good number of cases against her. So, if indeed she has left the country, we will still look for the other avenues that we may have legally, internationally, diplomatically to get her back, to be able to get her back. But ladies, I just hope that I'm still praying to the Lord Almighty that is still here, that this is just a fake news.
Mr. Casio, hope is not a strategy, and I'm sorry to ask this, but we do have to press you. This is a national issue now. Is this not then an indictment on the intelligence of PAOCC, that this very high-profile suspect not been formally charged, but there's a slew of cases being filed against her that she had, was potentially able to leave the country? What does that say about your intelligence capabilities?
Well, for one, the whole country, I guess, knows that there are only 52 PAOCC officers in our particular agency. What makes us a bit unique is we've got 41 law enforcement agencies that we coordinate with. So, if indeed she has left the country, then we'll put ourselves before the public bar of opinion, at the same time allow ourselves to be investigated how this happened. But this would involve a huge investigation, not only as far as the PAOCC is concerned, but the other law enforcement agencies as well. But again, we're open to an investigation, assuming that she has been able to leave the country indeed.
Okay.
Sir Winston, you did mention you are at the forefront, PAOCC is at the forefront of this investigation. It's been frustrating for you with this revelation, but what are you certain of at this point? And how will this revelation change the case that you are building against the dismissed mayor?
Well, for one, I guess most of us won't be able to have a good sleep tonight because we're still doing everything we can to be able to look at this particular news. But what we know so far is if indeed she's out of the country already, then I'm sorry, but if indeed she's still out of if indeed she's out of the country, we'll have to do a thorough investigation. A thorough investigation.
Okay.
Veering away, just one last question, Mr. Casio, just veering away very quickly from Alice Guo. I wonder if you had any intelligence as well on the other very wanted fugitive, si Apollo Kibuloy. Do we know that he's still in the country?
Now, with regards to Apollo Kibuloy, our agency is not working on his particular case. That is being handled by the Philippine National Police and the National Bureau of Investigation. We're limited at this point to all crimes in relation to the Philippine offshore gaming operations.
Okay. Fair enough. I know it's been a very trying day. We thank you so much for taking time out to speak with us. That was Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission spokesman Winston Casio.